star 1978 star 8378 Nicole Cattaruzza. My son came home from school yesterday. I've been asking for a school calendar since the beginning of the year. They used to come home with them. They're just a simple sheet of paper and then a grid system with what days they have on school, what days they have off of school, and anything that I need to know, like PTA meeting or anything parent involved, which they have not provided, in a physical, like, paper, like, sent home. They used to do this. For some reason this year they changed. And this is at the local public school. Again, Lewis and Linda pay taxes. The way that the humans here say, they say that you pay taxes, it goes towards city services like schooling. So, I don't have extra income, and I don't know where these scholarships exist for children like my own. But yesterday, now there's only, like, school ends apparently June 27th, and today is June 1st. So yesterday, it's the last month of the school year, my son comes home with the calendar. So out of all of the months that he went to school, I get to know things 1 month. That's really frightening on efficiency. Then he came home, and he reminds me, in this area, we don't, and this is yesterday I found out this is something called a Union Jack, according to British, but I've never heard that here used. I only found that out on the television. Here, they use something called CAPCITY Customary. The humans in this area, I mean, he's in an integrated school with I don't know who, because they don't tell us what countries are sending their children into our area at the same time. I just know they're not American, or they weren't American originally. So here we are at CAPCITY Customary. I think the rest of the world, so I've heard, or a different part of the world, goes off of something called a metric, which is where they go off of liters and milliliters. We really go off of fluid ounces and cups. And I know CAPCITY Customary is totally different. We have length customary, and there's a metric system as well. But again, it wasn't taught very clearly here when I was going to school. I'm pretty sure that Linda has no idea. And then there's a weight customary, and then there's a metric. And now, just for this is this sheet right here, this is like once a week right now. I mean, it was once a night he had one of these to study math, but this is all he gets as homework. I know in some places they have handwriting lessons, and I don't even know where else they're up to because the television doesn't follow other children that are his age. But my concern is, what is the end game? What's the end plan for his, like, I mean, he needs a mentor or a coach, something for his life frame so he doesn't turn out like I did in a nowhere position. And then I'm thinking of myself in like a Top Gun position, like, to do as an example, since the movie just came out. I'm like, okay, so if there's two people inside of this fighter jet scenario, and I'm the person in the back seat looking for smoke in a dogfight, let's say, because that's what New York just looks like. Everywhere you walk out on the street, it's just like elections, silent elections everywhere all around you in some dogfight, and I'm sitting here like, I see some of the signs. I have no pilot in my plane. It's never. And then last night on the news, on the telecast, someone from Ridgewood Savings Bank, which frightens me even in that imagery, sponsored an announcement for the lost about a pilot, an Alitalia pilot that was fired for falling asleep, and I don't know, I don't know their ranks, but something about a captain was on his break, and the regular pilot, they lost transmission for like 10 minutes.
A scare in the air.
So while I don't have this ability to do these arguments or conversations with somebody live, I mean, this is my best attempt at checking for smoke and announcing if I see smoke at this point, because I'm still looking for that pilot. I have no idea what happened.
After both pilots of an ETA Airlines flight from JFK to Rome fell asleep in the cockpit last month. That's right, they fell asleep at the wheel. Air traffic controllers lost contact for about 10 minutes while the plane was over France before the pilot started responding once again.
From New York over France to Rome. That's the flight path.
First officer was on his designated sleeping break, meaning the captain should have been on full alert. ETA says the captain claimed the radio stopped working, but the internal flight computers found no issues. ETA says it fired the captain over the incident and his subsequent dishonesty about what happened.
New video showing the gas price problem.
So that's interesting. Then they also, this morning, I didn't even know, there was some woman by the name of Elizabeth Smart that disappeared. She got kidnapped. I've never even heard her story before. Apparently she's on this morning on the CBS this morning, but I'll listen to the story, but I had never even heard of her before. I think they mentioned it happened about 20 years ago, that she went missing, and I don't know her story. But I don't know what to do now to help myself or my son in the field, because what kind of industry or what kind of job is he going to be qualified for? I mean, I don't know what their schooling, and if I hear these other people where it's like boarding school and charter schools, that's their way out of poverty. Well, why is there no option for my type of person and my children if that's the case? If schooling is this important, where is my son's opportunity to get to that level? I mean, it doesn't make sense. It's star 1978, star 8378, Nicole, Cattaruzza. It's Earth, solar system, Milky Way, universe, galaxy is broken, and it's Bayside Station, Bayside, New York, 11361.